Let's say you finally got to a point where you trust a man. The relationship has been going good. You guys have seen each other practically every day, and you finally come to the cusp of the road. And this question is very pertinent to your relationship. What do I do when my man doesn't want to leave his mother's house in order to live with me? You see, it's really simple. It really gets down to this. 1, does he still want to be parented? Or 2, has he advised a plan? It's that simple. You see, I didn't leave my mother's house until I was 23 years old. And at that time, I had a job, a full-time job. I had an active love life with my then girlfriend, who's now my present wife. And I would still be sneaking into my mother's house after I came from spending time with my chick. Sneaking into her house because I had a curfew and I didn't want to upset her or disappoint her or deal with the repercussions of my actions the next day. Imagine a 23-year-old man sneaking in his mom's house. Yes, that was me, but to the point, I was 23, and had you asked me before I moved out, why are you still at your mother's house? I wouldn't have been able to give you a conclusive statement. And if I did give you a conclusive statement, it was because I already rehearsed it in my head over and over again. I knew the right thing to say at the right time and to who. So the reason I'm mentioning that is because when you go along with the first point, does he still want to be parented? I want to warn you of something. It's very easy to become tricked by a man, specifically a mama's boy who's not ready to grow up in this area. It's very easy to be tricked by this man and him telling you, oh, well, I haven't moved out of my mother's house because I just haven't found the right apartment yet, or I'm still trying to stack my money up, or whatever other excuse that he can give you. You know, it's very easy to be tricked that way because I had those answers, but I would be going on these apartment searches and then going right back to my mother's house, knowing daggone well I wasn't gonna go anywhere, that I was staying right there. So when you are going through this, does he want to be parented or does he actually advise a plan? You need to tread lightly. Now, before we go on, I do want to make something clear as to what I mean by does he want to be parented. That means when a man wants to be parented, when a mama's boy wants to be parented, he wants all accountability and all responsibility to be on another party, someone who is serving as a parent, and he does not want it on him. So if this man still wants to be parented, here is the way that you find out and sift through the bull. Pay attention. Pay attention to things like, yes, he may have a full-time job, but does he spend more of his money on leisure activities versus being disciplined and saving his money? Does he have a bank account? And if he does have a bank account, does he share a bank account with his mother, or is it his bank account? Ding, 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 that was me. Shared an account with my mom. So there are certain ways that you can find out the answer. You just have to pay attention. Pay attention to his actions, his behaviors. Pay attention to the way that he is a steward of his money, the way that he is a steward over his time. Pay attention to if he pays his mother rent for even living at the house. It could be, heck, $50 to $100. But does he have the discipline to give to the place that he's in? Because if he does, chances are he does have the discipline to get an apartment with you, and you guys may be on that track. And if he tells you he wants to save up X amount of dollars, he may be telling the truth, but you'll never know unless you really pay attention to this man's actions. Now, the second part of this video is if he does not want to be parented, that means he has advised a plan. And when a man advises a plan, he puts logic and power and confidence into his decisions, and he can tell you, listen, I'm in this position right now because I choose to be. And the reason I choose to be is because I know where I want to go, and I'm not there yet. But if you just be patient with me and travel along this journey, I promise you, love, you and I both are going to get there. If a man was to tell me that, I would feel like, okay, I feel you, because you're letting me know truthfully where you are right now, but you're also letting me know where it is you want to be. And I can hold you accountable to that word. If he is an accountable man, he won't even give you the opportunity to make him accountable because he's accountable for himself. He'll get himself there and also take you along the journey. I put something on Twitter like this. I said, adults advise plans, but children do what feels good. If your man is someone, if your mama's boy is someone who wants to be parented, he'll always do what feels good. He'll go on trips and vacations when he should be more disciplined. He'll spend his money at restaurants instead of trying to cut costs and eat at home. He'll do certain things that shows you he operates more in the pleasure principle and he doesn't know how to delay gratification. But if he's an adult, he knows how to advise a plan. And he is open to having suggestions from you on how he can get further in his life and how you can assist him in building an empire together. So ask yourself, does he want to be parented or does he advise a plan? Hey, as always, I'm Sharif, Mr. Aim for I Am Ali, and thank you for watching this video. Make sure you slap the subscribe button, hit the like button, and down below is the comment section, and that's where all the party begins because we get to engage with one another, and you may have some questions for me to delve more into this topic, and I'll be right there answering your questions. I also want to say this too. There is an app called Magnify. If you download this app, you can have a free consultation period with me. The first 15 minutes are free. 15 minutes goes a far way. And I want to speak on this topic or any other topics that you may have seen from any of my other videos. Magnify is the app. I want you to go on there, connect with me there, and talk to me face-to-face, video to video. For the first 15 minutes are free. I won't save your emails or nothing like that. You won't be getting any type of spam emails from me. I just want to connect and talk to you on that level. Hey, if no one told you, allow me to be the first. I see the supreme lover in you. Blessings.